Hello, I'm Gillian from Molten Designs, and what I want to do today is to give you a basic and brief introduction into friendly plastic. You may just be beginning with friendly plastic and you've never seen a demonstration, or you may have seen me on one of the exhibitions which I do up and down the country and you just want a little general refresher. So we will be concentrating mainly here on actually using the marbling comb. To give you a little bit of a taster for the future though, friendly plastic has a variety of different applications, including jewellery of course, which is an obvious one, but it's also used a lot in mixed media work. You can incorporate it with stitching, you can incorporate it with fabrics, particularly chiffon fabrics and man-made fabrics. You can do it for general artwork, wall decor. Very, very useful for card making because it is so lightweight, very easy to do an embellishment for a card. They've got a very wide range of colours available. This is only a small selection of what is available, so you've got plenty to go at. And of course, going back to wall art, we've got it on a little canvas here, and very popular for mask making as well. However, what we're going to do today is just to do the technique using the marbling comb. Now, friendly plastic is exactly what it says. It's a plastic-based material, but on the surface there's actually a metallic foil. Now that metallic foil gives you all the different colours that you see. And when I say we're using the marbling comb, this is what we are going to be creating. It's very simple to achieve, but very effective as well. And for that you need to take a minimum of 3 different colours. I will just use 3 here on the demonstration. Cuts just with an ordinary pair of scissors, and if you just cut straight across the width of the strip, you can see as well that you don't need to use very much of it at all, so it is very economical to use. Now I'm actually working here on a black Teflon sheet. The baking tray underneath and the piece of carpet underneath that are just purely for protection because of the heat gun. I have put down a little bit of double-sided tape onto my Teflon sheet already. That's simply to make life a lot easier. When I come in with the heat gun, I can be sure then that the pieces are going to stay where I've put them and they're not going to scatter in different directions. So I'm just laying the pieces down now, just in alternate colour order. And there we are. Now this is a standard card maker's heat gun. And it's actually a 2-speed gun. I'm using it on the higher speed here, simply because I don't have to worry about the pieces moving because I have put them on the double-sided tape. And that's a handy little tip, particularly if you're going to be using it with children. What you don't want is a piece flying off and them touching the hot plastic with their fingers. This is actually going to take about 45 seconds just to heat through. As you're heating it, that's obviously softening down the edges, and the camera might just help to pick up for you, but down the middle there is just a little bit of a ridge just starting to appear through. Now that is where the double-sided tape is underneath. And I heat it for about another 10 to 15 seconds after I see that ridge appear, because obviously that tells me that the plastic is softening. Now the easiest way to check that the plastic is ready to work, and that looks as if we're there now, I can see that ridge quite clearly now at the top here. If I actually lift the Teflon sheet and bend it, the friendly plastic should bend along with the Teflon sheet like that, so I know it's soft enough to work. And this is the marbling comb. Secret now is not to be heavy-handed. Just rest the comb on, just bring it down towards you. Any waste that's on that comb, take that away from the comb, because I'm going to go back the other way in reverse, and if I leave that on it will just stick to the plastic, so that's now removed. I can now either go back the other way, or I can actually turn my sheet round and go back in reverse, so to speak. Don't go back in the same line. The secret is to go back in a different line and just intertwine those lines through. Very, very quickly achieved. And again, I'll just remove the waste. Now if I want to do a tiny little hole in it, it might be that you want to do a little hole to accommodate a jump ring for a necklace. Then for that I use a ball-ended embossing tool. It's much easier to do that hole while the plastic's still warm, and I can put that hole wherever I want to. The other tool which I use a lot is actually the needle tool. Now with this, if I don't want to marble the whole piece through, I can use this to highlight in a particular area. So this little pendant, for example, I used the needle tool and it was just literally marking exactly where I wanted to mark. If I want to do a shape piece, and this is another advantage from working on a Teflon sheet, and to create something like this, then because I'm on a flexible sheet, if I just bend that to whatever shape I want to achieve and let it go cold, it will keep that shape for the future. That's basically how we do the marbling technique, but that can be extended into further areas now, because you can use the same technique to do a little box. Now here we've got just an open top box, I should say, but we've just come down straight with the marbling comb and actually left gaps in between each piece. And of course when I come down with the comb, it's joined the piece together. Another little nice idea from that is maybe to do something like Christmas tree decorations. These are made simply from one of these pieces and then joined together. Hang those on your Christmas tree, very, very effective. And the way you get them to are the same size, very easy, because friendly plastic will cut when you've worked it just the same as it will before you work it. Other ideas that we can do with friendly plastic, just to give you a little bit more of a taster, how about a little bit on a book cover? These are just generally scrap pieces. You can reheat friendly plastic, so don't worry about any old pieces that you've left. You can incorporate them into something else, but that's just a little hard book from any of the general stationers, just a little bit of plastic on the top, just to make quite a little unique gift. If you'd like to recycle something, this is a little mint tin. Again, a few little friendly plastic pieces, again just made into a little tiny abstract. Again, that was made from scrap pieces. And for something really a little bit different, how about a little decoration onto a bottle? Alright, so this is a fancy bottle, but you can do the same thing on an ordinary wine bottle, maybe for a dinner party, and that would make quite a nice gift for a friend, because the nice thing is, having drunk the wine, you can take that away from the bottle and that can be placed on the next bottle as well. We'll try and do something like that in a future video for you. I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. You can visit me on the website, which is www.theframeworkshop.co.uk. Now that's got a link to my blog, which has also got some various photographs on it for inspiration, and also a link to the Facebook site as well. Thank you very much.